Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of our ArchiCAD tutorial. My name is ArchiCAD and today we are going to be continuing from our model 5, which is building components. So we are going to look at the last topic under model 5, which is favorites and profiles. If this is your first time coming across my video, do well to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you will get updated on subsequent video tutorials. Now we do not only ArchiCAD, but we also have added other BIM softwares like Revit Architecture. If you are a fan of Revit, do well to check out my other playlist for Revit tutorial courses. And well, without wasting much of your time, let's head right into what we have for today. What we are going to be talking about is called favorites and profiles. Now, if you look at this building, this is a finished 5-bedroom bungalow design done solely with ArchiCAD. As you can see, we have different textures in the walls. We also have different textures between walls, and if you look around, the building is properly done. I'm navigating around with my mouse. Now what we want to achieve is a layering of two materials in the same wall, 2 or 3 materials in the same wall. You could do the base, the body, and the coping. So that's what we want to achieve in this design. This design is basically, let's check. This design is basically this is the design. So we want an instance where we'll be having a coping or double layer of the wall. So for us to achieve that, we have to go to profiles and make a custom profile for the wall. To do that, you click on options, you click on complex profiles, and then you click on manage profiles. So if that is done, you now click on new profile. So if you click on create a new profile, you want to create a wall profile, wall 1. So say okay. Now it's going to open an interface for me. This is a workspace to create my profile. If you notice, you see an X at the center of the screen. That is your origin. So whatsoever you are drawing as your profile, you have to use this as your origin. How the profile works is, with this as your origin, you have to just draw the section of whatever component that you are drawing. If it is wall, for example, now it is wall we are drawing, so you have to draw a section of the wall from base to the roof. So let's draw the section. We are going to draw it using fill tool, not line, not circle, not any other tool. As a matter of fact, all other tools are laid out because you only need fill tool and a few others. Lines and circles are for measurements and so on. Maybe if you want to fill it later. And dimensions is to check what you're doing. So, but the basic thing you need here is fill tool. So if you click on fill tool, with this as my base, I will click there and draw a wall. So the wall is the thickness of the wall is 150 and the height of the wall is 3000. So that's it. That's how my wall is. But then notice how I said we want to divide the wall into 2 parts. For us to have a base, a coping round, and the top part. I don't need that ceiling I don't need that ceiling finish as in the case of this. I don't need this. I just need a base which will stop somewhere here, and then this other part. So that's what I need. So let's go back to that profile and let me draw what is going to be our finished material. So I will click on any aspect of that wall, that fill region, and subtract it by the height of what I want to create, or the finish I want to create. So let's say the height should be, the thickness should be 50 first, then the height should be 1:200. Alright, so that I've done that. So I'll click on fill tool again and draw another material. Make sure that it is set to another material. Let me see. Let's use tile. Is there anything like tile here? Okay, here the tile wall. So I'm using tile wall. Now we have our real wall and we have our tile wall. Then don't forget we need our coping. So I will still draw a coping here, probably 50 by 50 or 50 by 100. This is 50 by 100. So that's it. Let me make it a white material. Just paint white or something. Just generic, I don't know, whatever. So now that is done, make sure that you change their material, override their material here, and give them what the finish you need. I need this glossy white. No, okay, let it be titanium white. Glossy white will be shining as per stucco, so we don't need stucco kind of finish. For the down, I need something like a brick tile. This will do. Okay, so I think we are done. This can stay white. Let's look for, you could use that glossy white, or you could use something else. Okay, let's use glossy white. I think I'll work. Then let me use gray for this. I changed my mind. Let me use gray, light gray. I think that's fine. Now we have gotten our wall profile. So that's wall 1. So I'll save. Once I save this, I can go to my plan and select that wall I want to change. Go to the settings, click on complex wall. So if I click on complex, like this last option here, I can have the option to pick from the profiles. So this is the profile I made, wall 1. So if I say click that, make sure that all this is turned on. Remember what I said about this, so make sure that they are all turned on. Do we need this? I don't think we need this, so turn them off. Let's see. So I've done that for this one. My wall has flipped inside, so let's flip it outside. Yeah, so now let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, as you can see, my wall now has 2 layers, one the inside, one the outside. Sorry, one in the downside, one in the top side. Do you understand? So it's not joining up here because that is how this wall is, mind you. Now it doesn't work so nice with this kind of buildings, but it rather works nice with this kind of buildings. So instead of applying it here, let's go to this type of building and apply it and see how it works. So undo, go to this other building and let's do it. So I select that, I select that, I select that. No, not this, but let's try it. So click on that, click on this, and wall make sure this is turned off, and we are good. So flip it. What do we have? Off it. Sorry. Okay, so that's what we have. You could do that for the rest of the walls. Make sure that all the walls are turned, so that for the exterior walls alone, mind you. Okay. I'm taking the time to do it manually so you don't get confused. Yeah, because so that's it. So you could do what you need with the rest. Now you see that it's not getting to the top. It's very simple to fix. You can just go to your profile and edit it, make it long enough. Also, for this one that is not getting to the ground, let's change the side material for this to that of the wall so that it will blend. So I think you see it blends. So same thing with this. Make sure that you set the material such that there is uniformity. What else? For this guy, let's go to the profile and then increase the top, let's say by 300. That should be okay. So apply. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's fixed for the sides. So you can do the same here. So it's simple. Pretty much you could just copy perimeters from the ones you've done already and then inject it on the ones you've not done. Inject perimeters. Okay, I don't think I should have injected this one. I can just change and inject it here. So this guy has to be flipped to the forward. And I think we are good. So why is this guy having this? Let's see. Okay. We have to check. On it. Cut surface. I don't know why this thing is giving that, but it's not supposed to give that. I'm supposed to be having a clean cut there. So let me use an opening for a window instead. Yeah, so let's use an opening for a window and convert it to a view opening, because I actually there are other ways to fix it, but then I just want to be lazy about it and go through the shorter route. So shorter route is through by using a window, and that way we don't have to stress about so much. Yep, so that's it. This should have been connected so that we don't have that inside. So I don't know why, but I think maybe we're going to address it in subsequent videos or so. You could fix this by drawing a ceiling in that point. There is no ceiling, that's why. So drawing a ceiling is basically the same, almost the same thing as drawing a floor plan, just that this time we are going to be drawing it with the roof in mind. So sorry, it's more like drawing a floor slab, but this time we're going to be drawing it with the roof in mind. So if I should be drawing that as my ceiling, I'll I will extend it by, I'm going to extend it by 600. Let's use 450 first, and I will make the thickness like 50 and make the finish like ceiling finish or glossy white, any of it. That's for the base. Let me link them up all together. So you see that we will be having something slim at the bottom. Take that slim stuff, Ctrl D, from base to base. So is that it? No, that's not it. Yes, let me extend and let's see what we can have. Okay, I think everything is good. So we have our ceiling now. You can see, looks good. So changing the material to light gray so that we can have the uniform finish. Also changing this to, I think, let's just copy parameters from the one we just changed and inject it here. Alright, I hope this was, I hope you learned. If I was too fast during the course of these tutorials, kindly go over the video again so that you will, be able to grab or follow along. But what else? If you have any, if you still cannot get some aspects, do well to organize your question and drop it in the comment section, and I will address it in any way I see suitable. If this is your first time coming across my videos, do well to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on subsequent video uploads. Like I earlier said, we don't just do ArchiCAD, we do other BIM softwares. BIM simply means building information modeling, so we do other BIM softwares as well as rendering softwares. So it's gonna be a very interesting and beneficial process in due time. So recommend this to your friends, your mentors, your mentees, your anyone you feel that will need this skill upgrade in their profession or academics. It could be your school group, any class group, or however it is. Alright, that's enough for today. We are going to be looking at something else in our next video, which is documentation and 2D output. Now let me give you an overview. As you can see, this is a finished model for a bungalow. There is a swimming pool behind here. There is a swimming pool. There is a lawn. There is an exit gate. I think that's the entrance gate. There is no exit gate. Okay, that's the entrance. This is our car park. There is the canopy, more like an OB, but this is just an open canopy where people come and relax. The idea was an OB, but since it's a bungalow, I didn't want to put so much luxury, so I prefer the open spaces. It's even more free than having it confined. There is a badminton court here for recreational activities. There is a water service. Okay, this is our exit gate. Yeah, this is the exit. Please to the road, and this is our gen house. What else? The design is just I think it's ideal for a luxury bungalow. This is the major carport. Yep. So this house is duly furnished. Let me walk you through. So you enter the house. This is your ante room. Yeah. Okay. This is. Let me check. Let's check properly. All right. Okay. So you enter the building from here, and the first place is your ante room. This is your ante room. So there is a waiting sofa there. There should be a TV here, and that's just what it is. So this door leads to your lobby, and this door leads to your living room. So which do we go first? So let's enter the living room. So you enter your living room, and then we have our large sofa and our TV console. Just no fancy stuff. The interior designer will do the fancy stuff. So that's your living room, and then you go to your dining. This is where your dining is. In your dining, you have wine rake, and that's just basically. Oh, I even did POP. I even forgot. So there's POP design. I think the building is pretty nice. I did POP design. That's dope. Actually, this is my 100 level. My 200 level first semester project for I finished from University of Nigeria, Enugu campus, and I studied architecture. That was way back. So I recalled and decided to use it for an example for this project. This is just the very list of my projects, and the one that is relatable to a beginner. Now, this is the kitchen from the dining. Note, mind you, so the kitchen has all the cabinets, although the items here are a little bit archaic. As you can see my the gas burner, and everything is just giving old school vibes, but that's what was in vogue then. So this is our fridge, this is our locker, this is oven, standing oven. I think that's all for the kitchen. So where do we go next? Okay, so let's go back to the lobby. I'm just giving you a workflow. Alright, so this is our lobby. You enter the lobby. By your right, you have okay, let's check from the plan. So I am here, so we are moving this way, and then we'll have a door to the master room and the other side. So back to our plan, our 3D walkthrough. So here, this is the door to the exit, which has a skylight, a very nice concept, so the lobby doesn't look dark. And this is the door to the master's room. Also, this is the door to the other aspects of the building. So could be having some fancy flower pots here in the house, not basically natural, artificial would do. So because I think there are glasses here, mirror glasses. Okay, this is a door. Okay, look at the mirror glasses here. Yeah, so this is a door to the living room. That's this door, sliding door. So that's it there. So right now we have the door to the kitchen here, which is this one. Where are we? Okay, that's this one. Then we also have, this is one room, the other room is opposite. This is the toilet and the bathroom. So toilet and bath. I have another room. This is the other room. Alright, I hope you are feeling. Then I think that's all. We have a window to the back, which is what we are seeing from here. Now it's only the kitchen that has access to the back. Yeah, so if you see, there's a door from the kitchen to that part of the building, which is here. Yeah, the exit. Alright, and there's also an exit from this lobby that is close to the masters. I think this is pretty nice, a pretty nice design if you ask me. Although I think I had a B. I don't know why they didn't give me an A. Yeah, but all the same, it's nice. I still got out with the nice results, so that's it. Play around with your ArchiCAD, and actually I have shown you guys how to put components and the rest of the things, so don't be afraid to explore. This thing you are seeing as a curve is also a profile. We just talked about creating profile in our tutorial today, so this is also a profile. What else is a profile? So many things are profiles here. This is slab. I could go on to label everything. This is an object, which you know how to insert because we talked about it in our last video. Alright, let's not make the video too lengthy. Go and explore, and come back with your observations, questions, and appreciations. Have a nice day. Bye.